Hey, what is up everyone? So I've been thinking a lot about content in Sea of Thieves. It feels like every update that we get with Sea of Thieves, everyone's always complaining about there's not content being added with the game. Especially with like stuff like Season 14 or Season 12, we often say Rare is not adding any content to the game, there's no new content here. And I've thought about that, and while sometimes I'll say stuff that's similar to that, I wanted to really think about, are we saying the right thing? And I feel like we aren't. I think we're not defining content the right way. To me, I think there's two types of content that we see in Sea of Thieves: features and activities. Features are stuff like the disguises that we got with Season 14, or new weapons like the blowpipe or the throwing daggers, even stuff like the raid voyages with the diving mechanic added in Season 11. All of those are features, they are not activities. Activities would be stuff that you actually go and do in the game. These are things like skeleton camps, different world events like the Burning Blade, sea forts, any type of voyage, or tall tales. To me, both of these are content, but we view them very differently from each other. You need new features in the game to really keep the game fresh and feeling new. If you're playing Sea of Thieves at the end of 2024, where we've had a huge amount of features added to the game, it's going to feel completely different than the game felt 2 years prior. But features on their own are kind of worthless. Obviously, features can be fun, but eventually you need activities to do. And I think that's really where the main contention comes with Sea of Thieves. In a recent video, I asked y'all if you thought that Sea of Thieves should move away from the season structure, because a lot of people have been talking about how we should just have seasons basically be cosmetic based only and have basically the content updates be not connected to the seasons. I've thought about this for a while now, and I think that's not right. I think all you're going to do with that is make yourself more disappointed and more feeling like you're being taken advantage of. A lot of players already feel like the game is prioritizing monetization with, say, the Pirate Emporium stuff instead of gameplay features, which, we can debate whether or not how true that is. But regardless of that, I think that situation is going to get much worse if you give them the excuse of detaching it from the season. If there's nothing really holding them account to release new content to the game, then you're not really going to see stuff come out as often. Already right now we're seeing that be a struggle with stuff like Season 14, where most of the features aren't even out when the season launched. But the other reason people often say this is a lot of the seasons that we get are focused on features and not activities. If you look at the last few years, Season 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14 have all really just been feature updates and not activities. Season 13 is really the only season that's gotten new activities to do. I think for seasons to be successful with Sea of Thieves, we need to move away from it being either a feature update or activity update. Features, in my mind, should be outside of the season structure. Stuff like disguises or the blowpipe and stuff are great if they can all come together in one big season launch. It's very exciting because you have a lot of these new different tools, but they don't have to be like that. We could have a monthly update where we get a new type of weapon in the game, or we get the disguises in the game, or we get the chest of fortune, stuff like that. Those can be done outside the season structure. The season structure should really be focused on the activities that are in the game. Stuff like the skeleton camps and the Burning Blade, new types of voyages, even tall tales. I think if Sea of Thieves restructured their season model to focus on that, instead of how they've been doing it where they've kind of gone back and forth, the game would be in a much better place. But that's all I have to talk about with this video, just kind of a short one, just something that I've been thinking about recently when everyone's talking about, the lack of content with Sea of Thieves, because I don't really feel like that's fair. I think there's been a lot of features added to the game over the last few years, but what people are really craving are new activities to do. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree with this take, or do you think that it just is all basically a drought of content, that there is no distinction between features or activities? Let me know all that below, but if you enjoyed this video, it would be great if you like and subscribed, and until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.